Well, folks, it's another beautiful day in the Manufactured Mind studio, and today I have a special guest joining me, a friend, local community member, a father, and a husband. I think this episode will be rather insightful into the life of a small town man that went to the streets, drugs, and music with the stage name Sino Dollarz in his younger years, an extremely talented artist to say the least, but that's all behind him now, and like myself, is in recovery. So without further ado, Sherard, welcome. It's
What,
great to see you, buddy. How
what's
are you
up,
doing
bro?
today?
I'm good, man. What's up, Robey? How you doing, man?
Doing good, man.
Glad you got me, man.
Yes, sir. It's good to have you here, man. I got a lot of questions to go through.
All right.
So I guess just to start us off, can you give the listeners a brief introduction of yourself, your name, age, where you're from?
Man, I'm 36, y'all. I'm Sino Dollarz. I'm from Mineral. It's out of Louisa County. I rapped as a youngin', man. Sold drugs, did drugs, did a lot of street stuff, you know what I'm saying? Raised two kids that still in their lives to this day, married their mother. But yeah, regular guy, man, that just had to do what he had to do to get by.
Oh yeah, man. It's hard out here, man, especially in a county like this where there's really nothing, for the youth to get involved with.
Man, when we was young, man, we tried to petition like to get bowling alleys, man, skating rings, a lot of things for us to get, something activities, something to do. We did have a basketball court built on 618 eventually when I was real young. We spent a lot of time, recreational time balling on that joint to stay out of trouble. But yeah, man, that was it. Like, we went to the open soccer field right there by the school.
Yeah.
And I used to play football on Sundays and stuff like that. But, the rest of the week and the rest of the time, man, just like trying to survive, trying to eat, trying to put clothes on my back and stuff like that, man. Being somewhere and being poor, it was hard to like not go the route that I ended up going.
Yeah, so what led you to that route though? Like, was it like elders that you seen involved in that? Or was it like what gave you the insight into that
Man,
route?
like I come from like my father and my mother like wasn't in my life. They had me and then like briefly split right after that. And my father, he was a drug dealer. My mother started off as a drug dealer, ended up being a drug user. And I ended up living with her mother, which is my grandmother, and my grandmother, other daughters also allowed, her kids, let their kids come down there and stay. And they were a lot older than me. And eventually I became like our permanent resident. So our grandfather died, when we was young, right before I turned 15. And there were no significant male role models in our lives. None of us had our fathers, growing up, let alone our mothers. So like once our grandfather left out the picture, which he worked a lot, and we didn't have like sufficient income and we didn't have the things we had with our grandfather working, like putting food on the table, putting clothes on our backs, making sure the bills was paid. So my older cousins, they turned to the streets before I did, and me watching them do what they were doing, outside in the yard, and all the cars coming in and out, and, hearing the bottles clanking the trash can and all that stuff, I became intrigued, and wanting to go out there and have fun, man. I got tired of, sitting in the room looking out the window, being bored. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was older influences and stuff like that, hanging with my cousins and growing up with them, that turned me to the life of the streets, man.
Yeah, man, that's hard, dude, because the male role model is absolutely vital, in a child's life. I grew up in a broken home, so like my mother raised me. I had to go to my dad's like every other weekend and during the summertime. So it's a little different, but it was it still affected me because it didn't have the presence of a constant male in my life and my mom's. You know what I'm saying? But as far as your situation, at least your grandfather was there, though.
Yeah, yeah, he was a good dude, man. My cousin Quentin, man, shout out to him. His brother Smurf, his other brother Reggie, my cousin Roger, all of them played basketball, when they were in high school and not, up to the point where my grandfather passed. And like I said, they're years older than me, So they were in high school and I was around middle school or whatever, A few cousins was actually graduated or whatever, but my grandfather helped structure sports into their lives. We watched a lot of sports. I loved wrestling at the time because of my grandfather, I was a big fan of Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. And,
Yeah.
yeah, these like, you know what I'm saying, the late 90s, early 2000s or whatever. But it was things like that. Like my grandfather got me into playing video games and stuff. We used to have a place called Cinema Lane in Louisa, and Video
Oh yeah, I
2000.
remember that place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would take me go rent games all the time. You know, when I was bored on Saturdays when I was, you know, a little kid, 12, 13 or whatever. And yeah, having him in our lives, like at that time was significant. Like we were all straight edge, you know what I'm saying, with him being around. He was ex-military, he was an Army veteran, and
Okay.
all those things. So he was very well disciplined, you know what I'm saying? He knew how to structure us as men. So like I think, you know, losing him, you know, and having him also gave us some kind of like ahead of the game being from where we from. Like
Yeah.
all of us had like this militant kind of structure, you know what
Right.
I'm saying? And we knew,
Discipline.
yeah, we knew how to move accordingly. So, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him for like that's why I'm a father in my kids' lives, you know what I'm saying? Like it's cause of, and the crazy thing about it, like my grandfather that I'm talking about is not even like biologically my grandfather.
Oh really?
Yeah, my real grandfather, he died in 1972 or something like that. And my grandmother remarried, you know, to this guy.
Yeah.
She was working with his mother. They were cleaning houses back in the day, and she met him writing him through, you know, pen pal through
Oh
the
wow.
service while
Yeah.
he was on tour and that. And long story short, you know, he came home from duty, retired, and they got together, married. And later in the '80s, when we were born, you know, he helped raise us up. But yeah, it was very, very like significant having him for the time we had.
For sure.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
appreciate
For
that.
sure, man. It's good to hear though, dude, that you are in your child's life, bro, because a lot of people who fall into the drugs, and this is where I'm thankful that I didn't have kids yet, is because I don't know how the drugs would have impacted me in that regard. And I don't know if it would have took me away from my kids or took my kids away from me, or if it would have straightened me up and allowed me to get on the right path, or work towards getting on the right path at the very least. But so it's very like admirable, dude. It's good to see that you're in your kid's life. And I remember you saying they're in their teenage years now, so like it, that's a very important time for the father to be present. And I would argue that, y'all losing your grandfather and when you were 15, you probably didn't know how to deal with that, you know?
I turned very like rugged after that, like rigid, you know
And
what I'm
that,
saying? Like,
yeah,
yeah, cause like, it was like losing my best friend, you know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like a lot of structure. I had got accepted onto the track team for shot put. And then like that next spring, he died January 5th, 2005. And, excuse me, January 7th, 2005. And, you know, track and field come around the
yeah,
spring a few months later. So that's my ride gone because the activity bus like stops right there at Mineral at the express lane. And I live all the way down 700 on Johnson
yeah,
Road. So, you know, like I'm not walking from there to there. That was
yeah, dude, that's a
impossible.
long
So
ways.
he would have been my ride picking me up after he got out of work, you know, saying at least from the store to, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so all that died down, man. Like I remember like when he died that beginning month, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it, like tax time come around a few months later. So I remember like we still had to wear the same clothes from the previous semester because we couldn't get no more new clothes, new
Yeah.
shoes and all that stuff. So yeah, that joint was like real detrimental. Like when that happened, like it was real devastating, you know what I'm saying? Like real devastating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for real, man. I can imagine because like I lost family members growing up. Like I lost my great grandmother, who I was pretty close with. I spent a lot of time at my grandmother's house as well. When I would get out of school and go there every day, and I would stay at her house a lot. So she was a part of raising me a lot. And so I lost my great grandmother, but maybe it's my nerve divergence or whatever, but it, or maybe I just got used to seeing so many family members passing. It eventually, dude, like I didn't know how to process it, like at all. Like I didn't understand what happened really. I understood that she was gone, but it didn't. I don't know. It's weird, man. Like it didn't affect me the way that I think that it should have. I guess because I think that I just didn't know how to process it. I was only like 7 when that happened, so
Oh, yeah.
I didn't. I just didn't know, and it was like I put it in the back of my mind. But all that shit rose back up when I started leaving the drugs alone and getting into recovery, and I had to face all of that now. So it was like a whole other emotions that I've been suppressing for a very long time that just rose up, dude, and poured out.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Yeah, that shit that didn't happen to me before, man. But like, so when my grandfather died, yo, so I've been like smoking weed and cigarettes since I was like 10 going on 11. This due to one of my other older cousins, like he would come like from Montpelier, bring whatever the fuck he done stole, or you know what I'm saying, excuse me, cousin, bring whatever he done stole and or scoundreled up back to my grandmother's house, like when it was like his time to come back from his friends or whatever. So, you know, like when he would come back, like we would go walk the woods or walk past or just go outside and kick it. And like, you know, outcomes, you know what I'm saying, the weed and like, try this, cuz, try this, cuz.
yeah,
And so that's how I got onto that what's the name? So like relating back to what you just said, like once my grandfather died, like I was trying to like kick smoking weed because I was trying to shot put, you know, track and field
yeah,
and all that stuff, you know, so I had to get physicals and all that, whatever. So like once he died, like all this like emotion, like that joint just like hit me all at once. Like thinking about all the stuff my grandfather did and like I was bullshitting, like smoking sometimes and doing all that stuff. So like I totally feel you on like having like that. You know what I'm saying? Like being so young, whether you're 7, 15,
yeah,
30, like somebody significant in your life like that, yo, passes. That's like one of your parents. That's your
yeah,
grandparent. You know
yep,
what I'm saying? So no matter if it's generation up, below, or the same, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's like having your child, your mother, then their parent. You know what I'm saying? Either one of them, like that's the immediate family. So it's going to hit you.
yeah, for
So
sure.
yeah,
And then, you know, back in those days, people weren't even aware to the degree that we are nowadays of the effects of not processing that and like, you know, sitting with those emotions and talking about it. You know, we were taught to just suppress it. And now that I look back, I can see how like that really impacted me by suppressing it. But it's nobody's fault, of course. It's just nobody knew. Like we didn't have the knowledge and wisdom that we do now
yeah.
on those matters.
Yeah.
Which it would have been very helpful, of course.
It was like a
But
going with the flow type era.
yep.
Like, you know, just like kind of just like, I don't know, man.
And if you
Just
were emotional about anything, you were seen as weak.
yeah, that's what. Yeah, I was gonna go into all that. Like, I was. Yeah, that's like all those like things like happening when we were young compared to when these kids are young now. It's totally different. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had to go through a lot of trauma and torture as kids, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You were a P word or a punk or any kind of thing. If you were weak, if you cried, you know what I'm saying? If somebody rightfully hurt you or stole from you
yeah,
or
yep,
tried to embarrass you, you had every reason to show that emotion.
for sure.
But back when we grew up, it's like if you showed that emotion, then you got preyed on even more. So like that's the thing with me. Like I was a very intelligent kid, man. I was ahead of my class and like hanging with people that weren't my hue. You know what I'm saying? Because I was highly intelligent, but my same skin color started to pick on me, beat me up, and like embarrass me in front of these what's the name, and it turned me into this monster. So once I turned into this monster and fought back, like I was in elementary school chasing kids with knives, bro, because my grandmother had no ride. My grandfather worked construction. You feel me? My mother and father wasn't there. She was my biological guardian. You know what I'm saying? She signed me on guardianship when I was 4 years old. Um, long story shorter, I didn't know what else to do. And she told me, Sherard, you have to take up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because if you let them pick on you, they're going to keep picking on you. And she seen I was like bruised up and stuff like that. She cried. She called the principal at the time, Ms. Underwood. Shout out to you. That didn't do too much. But anyway, and so I made a choice off of things that I was seeing, watching TV and Chucky and all this different and third. It was wrong on me, you know what I'm saying? But I actually chased these kids. These kids thought it was funny. I was a fatter kid. I couldn't catch them, you know what I'm saying? But they laughed, running down the hall, and you know what I'm saying? I ended up getting in trouble for it. But when it all came down to be said and done, you know what I'm saying? Like I should have took a different route because the kids I were cool with didn't want to be cool with me no more either. Cause they're like, yo, this dude psycho. He might be smart,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying? I guess he don't know how to take a
And
joke.
that no, that's the
Yeah.
sad part is that
Yeah, I'm stuck in this wall now growing up, like
well, your intelligence,
yeah,
they were jealous of you.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know that very
So
much. Well,
they
I
were
know it now, I didn't know it
yeah,
then, yeah,
they were jealous of you because they didn't have the mental capacity that you have.
right.
And that made you quote unquote different, from them and byproduct of your environment, dude. It sounds like that. And this is something I've noticed with myself, which is part of the reason why I live in solitude and I have very, very few friends now. I have to have somebody I can intellectually resonate with, like yourself. You know how we could sit here and have intelligent conversations about multiple different things.
Yes.
If I get around a bunch of people who aren't on that level, it starts to like knock me down.
Yeah, it bring down your whole aura, your
Yeah.
energy,
Yep.
I understand what you're saying.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so
Like
that's
sinking in a void
yep.
almost.
And that sounds like that's kind of what happened.
Yeah, and with me, that's
Yeah.
so I end up just walking this line of, yo, I'm gonna do it like my cousin's doing it outside because nobody messes with them. And then once I've told them, I've told everybody, like it's nothing wrong. I'm gonna tell everybody this to this day. If you have an issue with something, yo, like talk to somebody about it, yo. No matter how they want to come at you or receive or tell you what they're going to tell you, like get it off your chest. Tell somebody, yo. Don't hold it in like I used to do, and that builds it turned me bipolar, first of all, you know what I'm saying? And then it turned me into like the mania side of bipolar instead of the manic. Instead of breaking down, being sad, I'm ready to turn to Rambo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when I did go outside and like, yo, cause like such and such. It was our cousins, little cousins, my little cousins picking on me. I'm like, yo, they such and such. And they told me the same thing, like, yo, stand up for yourself. I'm like, what do you do? And when I'm watching what they do, I started to mimic what they do. You know what I'm saying? And that fast forwarded to, like I said, me smoking weed, bro. I'm getting beat up at 10th, 5th grade. You know what I'm saying? Smoking cigarettes, trying to deal with like coke. Cause I know when I go to school Monday morning, I'm getting picked on from Monday to Friday. You know what I'm saying? I went to the skating rink, fell one time, yo, that joint, I was so embarrassed, bro. Like they carried that the whole, and the dude said my name so incorrect on the bus trying to get me off there. It was a disaster. It was a disaster. It's like,
I hate that shit, dude.
Shepard Buckman. I was just, yeah, I was just like, Mr. Snyder smoked me with that joint. So like like the jokes on me were like that, and I wasn't a comedian. I didn't know how to turn that into like lighthearted, like back on you, your mother soul, whatever. I just started fuck out, you know what I'm saying? Like
I'm the same way. I'm
like
diagnosed with
packing dudes
bipolar.
for that joint, you know what I'm saying? Like you say something slick to me, your eye gonna be looking like joke you trying to make, you know what I'm saying? And that was my issue too, you know what I'm saying? So again, to everybody, speak to somebody, bro. Don't go the violent route, build up this whole aggression, not letting people know what's on your chest, bro, because it will come out in the wrong ways.
Yeah, it will, definitely.
Like,
and it could come out, it might not come out in the wrong way right immediately, but later on, the more you suppress it, the longer it gets worse.
I guarantee it. 9 times, probably 10 times out of 10, it's going to come out on the person you don't want it to come out on the wrong person.
100%. It always does.
It's going to ruin some good things for you, yo. Like, you build up that, like, for real. Like, I've been there.
Yeah, that's how it was for me. I would take everything out of my mother. It was just me and her living together, and I didn't know how to process anything. Also, I'm autistic, and I didn't find out this until just recently, and I didn't find out that I was ADHD until 3 years ago. So that all makes sense to me now. Like, the struggles I had as a kid, and I got picked on a few times as well, but I would mask myself and attempt to fit in with everybody because I wanted to be friends with everybody. So like, I would always change my style and stuff like that. And I used to get made fun of for doing that. And I would be called a poser and fake and all this stuff, which I'm like, I'm sorry that I don't want to wear the same fucking clothes every single day like you.
Right, yeah.
But, I could pull it off. And it allowed me to kind of fit in with everybody and get cool with everybody. But there was still, some people that would pick on me because I was always the smallest kid. Like I didn't hit a growth spurt until damn near 15 years old. And I didn't hit puberty, bro, until almost 17.
God damn, man.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So like I didn't know much about sexual stuff until then.
Word.
So yeah, it was very weird, man. I felt like
That's a blessing for
movement.
real. That's a blessing. All these discussing my parents in the world and stuff, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I knew about sex when I was the same age, bro, because I grew up around all male cousins, and that's all people talk about, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, oh, I'm sure. I can
So
imagine,
much
the
womanizing
influence.
and yeah, you know what I'm
It's the
saying, all that stuff.
influence, man,
But
and
I went the
it
opposite route. Like these
yeah.
people like slept, you know what I'm saying, slept it out. I stuck, I had my children by the time I was 19 and been with the same woman ever since, you know what I'm saying? So but
Yeah, dude, that's very commendable too, man, in this day and age. And I want to commend you on that for just being a father and in your kid's life, being present and sticking with the mother because I think that you realize, I think that is probably something that carried over from seeing your grandparents together.
mhm.
And, that is kind of a positive, lasting impact maybe from your childhood.
Yeah, yeah. So like, all right, so sound kind of crazy, it sound kind of maniac, but it's genius at the same time as it's genuine. I ain't have parents. I've seen my grandparents be what my parents should have been.
Hmm.
You just said, but at the same time, I was at a point in my life, Josh. I tried to go to the Marines. I failed the test. They wouldn't let me go. I had a ride. I had a situation at Full Sail University, but they needed my grandmother to at least put up some kind of collateral, like the house or, my tuition or whatever. I had Orlando Studio School, what I'm saying, for graphic design. She wasn't trying to do it. Bump, you know what I'm saying? Didn't have an ID. So the little job I was gonna get with my man at the sofa warehouse right there, not Sponix or
Hmm.
whatever, didn't get it, you know what I'm saying? Didn't have the ID and the socials for them to scan. I had the job. I just couldn't, get my legal shit through to get my paperwork so I can get paid. So boom, Tiara's pregnant. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, like, I'm like, yo, if I don't become a father and stay a father, I'm about to be doing something where I'm gonna be in jail, bro, or dead. So I went the parent route, bro. Like I had to see, because I seen everything else. Like what I was about to do, I already seen the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like whether I did it, experienced it, or witnessed it. You know what I'm saying? I seen it. So I didn't see nobody be a parent. Like all these cousins I had, all these other than my grandfather, my grandmother, I didn't see it. So I said, yo, I'm gonna do something that can't nobody get an award for. So in my whole family, I believe in my girl's family, I'm the only person that stayed with their person they had a child with and had the same children with from the beginning.
That's good though,
Yeah,
man,
we've been together for 18
because
years, bro.
that tends to be a generational like trauma, or some people call it generational curse or whatever.
Right.
But people don't realize that, yeah, that happens. It carries over, but it's up to the individual to recognize that
Uh-huh.
and choose not to fall in that same path and go the good route like you did.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate, man, that, with the Marines, dude, because I think you would have made a great Marine, bro.
Yeah, I
I
know
was
I
in the
would have,
Marine Corps.
man.
I
Yeah.
didn't do good on the first test. I took it I took a practice one, and then I took the official one. The practice one I did absolutely horrible on. I don't even know if I passed it. But the real one, I scored like, you have to score like a 30, I think, to pass,
Yeah.
or 32, something like that is what it was when I joined.
You remember Steve Dickerson?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
when
was
he
a
went, that's so
yeah.
we
Oh, okay.
yeah, that I taught him in the what's the name, because I taught him all them boys how to rap and stuff, and like all of us, like I said, we all was doing dumb shit, bro. Like they was on their side, up by Zion's where they live at. And I'm down, everybody's doing dumb. Well, we all go to school together, but me and I call him G Man, you know what I'm saying? But me and Steve was real cool. Like we still real cool to this day. That's my homeboy. But we was like almost inseparable at one point, and like I said, like we both like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We need to do this so we can do something better, bro, because
Yeah.
yeah, what we about to be on ain't gonna get us nowhere. And he actually passed and went through it. I felt, and I gave up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? More than anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have
Yeah.
kept trying, but I gave up.
It
You know
was
what I'm saying?
discouraging.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
discouraging, bro. And I was like crazy big too. So
Yeah.
so like it was discouraging, But anyway, yeah.
It I think I can't remember what my final score was, but whatever it was, it allowed me to become a combat engineer.
Yeah.
Um, and it's a lot of math involved in that job with explosives and stuff. But yeah, man, I didn't even know that about you, that you like wanted to join the Marine Corps. That's
Yeah, I wanted to be a scout sniper,
really,
Yeah, yep.
that's crazy because
Yeah.
that's what I grew up always wanting to be, was a scout sniper.
Sniper, You know, give me
I
this
find that a
perspective.
fascinating job.
You know, if not, I was gonna sell the infantry first through the door, bro.
Yeah.
Like for real, yeah, that's what I would like.
The only thing about infantry is, you know, at the age, the young age, in your mind, you're like, yeah, infantry, badass.
Yeah,
You know
because
what I'm saying? But we're not thinking about how can this job apply on the outside of the military.
exactly. But so Josh, I wanted to be Rambo. Like
Yeah,
at
yeah,
that point, I wanted to be one of them guys where when I went, like I was
yeah. You
going,
were the man.
yeah, I'm never like they're gonna make a movie about me or I'm gonna be a 5-star general. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, like I was never gonna leave.
Yeah,
Like that was my whole
that was
thing.
my
Like
plan too.
yeah,
To
like
be a
so
lifer,
yeah,
at least
like
do the 20 years.
yeah, like I was gonna do it all, bro. I don't know if I was gonna get out, just build some kind of training camp, like shooting range and train like
Yeah,
extras or people, but like I was gonna stick my whole life like American Sniper.
yeah, yeah.
Like for real, bro. But now I'm 36, nah, I'm good, bro. We would have been
Moving around,
yeah, we would have been
but they
ain't
would
no
have
telling what
taken,
we would have been doing right now,
they'd have
bro.
taken care of you though.
Oh, of
Um,
course.
when
Of
it comes
course.
to a
What I was willing to
family,
do for them,
yeah, the
they
family and stuff, they'll take care of
Oh, this was
you.
before Tierra though. This was I was in high
Oh,
school.
okay.
Yeah, so this was a year before I knew her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I got out at 17. So this is the first semester of my 12th grade year. You know what I'm saying? The actual like first couple.
yeah. I did too.
Yeah,
I graduated early
yeah.
in December of '07,
Yep, yeah. Same day before
but
my
I
birthday.
walked with the class and
Yep,
like,
yeah. We
yeah,
came back. Yeah, May
yeah.
08. Yeah, Miss Coles was out there. But yeah, so that was like way before, and so that's why like I didn't have no kids, I didn't have no girl at the time, like I was hard edge, I was always fighting. Tom Guido was my guy.
Oh
Tom
yeah,
Guido kept me from getting expelled. You know what I'm saying? I beat the kid up. Like Tom was like, bro, you just like smart. He's like, look at your academics, you good. He's like, look at your damn report. He's like, it's always people messing with you. He's like, I can tell. He's like, you don't argue with no formal authority when you know what I'm saying, you're caught in a scuffle. When you get brought into the office, there's no
yeah.
backlash, no back talk, or
That's
no
how I was.
I did it or blaming nobody. Like you always took it on the chin. He was like, I could just tell people just messing with you. You know what I'm saying? He says, "Oh, I'm gonna give you the flash." He's like, the board wants you gone. So I'm gonna give you the last one. And he let me go to ASOP program.
Oh,
I
okay.
taught myself in like a month and a half, bro. I had 3 little classes to take. I taught myself I was gone. Sure.
And see, the whole schooling system, man, is.
And that's why I gave up on the Marines. I was like, yeah, fuck it, man.
I mean, it was a smart choice, I think,
Uh,
because you could have gotten in college for free
uh,
and all that shit. So yeah, that's unfortunate, man. But it's all right, dude.
yeah, we here today, bro.
You turned out to be a stable, good father, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Yeah.
Um,
That was a
and
hard job right there, bro. But I fought like hell to get my ID, man. I had to eventually track my mom down, ended up paying her, and she took a ride with me into Tierra. I went to Vital Records, changed my name to one solid name instead of having one.
you had to pay her, bro.
Yeah, man, I had to pay for her time, bro. That my mom ain't. Yeah, she ain't. Back then, wasn't nothing free about Glow, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like,
That's unfortunate, man. I'm
yeah.
sorry to hear that, dude.
Oh, yeah, it's all good, bro. It's all good. But yeah, I got that through there, and fucking yeah, went up there, got my shit changed, and got me a job at Trident Filter, man. And yeah, my daughter was 2 at the time. My son was already born, so he was a month old. Got me an apartment, man, and started to drive forward, yo.
Um, so a lot of the questions I've had, we've basically
Oh
gone
yeah,
gone over everything literally that or the first, few questions that I had here. We're back now. So yeah, moving on, man. You've experienced time behind bars, so what was that like? Not just the conditions, but mentally and emotionally. How did that affect you?
man, that joint messed me up to be honest, yo. So like, I got locked up for pretty harsh charges. Using a firearm in the commission of a felony, malicious wounding with the intent to maim, disfigure, or kill, brandishing a firearm. So when I get to the jail, this is my first time. So I get to the jail, they process me. The guy, he asked me more questions, and I tell him, I want to wait to talk to my lawyer. So they stick me into this holding cell. You know what I'm saying? This like, man, like. like a dungeon, like on a Dungeon and Dragons type of
Yeah.
movie, like where they just lock the guy up and there's just like a
Mhm.
slab of rock, right? So this is like the holding cell, like your bed, like bench or a chair or whatever. It's just a
It's
slab,
steel.
yeah, it's just a slab of goddamn concrete steel thing, and there's a toilet and it's all like dim or whatever. So it's like cold and like, bruh, they don't tell you when they gonna come get you. They don't tell you how long you gonna be in there, this, that, and the third. So me, I'm high, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm high as hell at work. I'm coming down off fucking crack and I'm coming down on coke, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know what I'm saying? I smoke weed, this, that, and the third. So I'm coming down, and as I'm coming down, I done been up, you know what I'm saying, like maybe like a day or so, you know what I'm saying? So I'm fucking like, goddamn it, like, going out or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I fall asleep, and then it's like, I get woke up, the guard yelling or whatever. And it's still, man. I'm like, man, I shouldn't be in here, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And long story short, they process me and send me the orange. When I get the orange, so I'm like, yo, it's about to be like at least a warm mat or something, you know what I'm saying? Here we go again. They take pictures of me, tell me what I'm charged for, send me in the bookings. It's the weekend or whatever. Open up the block, because booking the cell block is another big ass concrete slab. I'm like, yo, they're like, we don't have a mat for you. We have nothing for you because the weekends are here and there's nothing in inventory, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? So sleep in your clothes. Mind you, like, they took all my street clothes. They gave me somebody's drawers, you know what I'm saying, from the weekend, like, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much they supposed to be washed or whatever. But, the elastic's gone out the joint, and I don't have like top on. They took my shirt, my hoodie, my t-shirt because it wasn't white. They took my pants because they wasn't white. They took my socks because they wasn't white, but they let me keep my shoes. So they gave me an oversized jumper. So the only thing I got on is this jumper, you know what I'm saying? Some boxers and my shoes. And I'm in here in this 58 degrees. No blanket, no cover, no nothing, bro.
That's nuts, dude.
I was in there till Tuesday morning. From Saturday night to Tuesday morning. Well, Sunday morning. I got there Sunday morning, 4:00 in the morning, and I stayed there to Tuesday morning. You know what I'm saying? 11 o'clock when classification came got me.
So what was it that you did that got you in there, though?
I allegedly hit a guy with a gun. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like pistol whip.
Yeah, pistol whip, yeah. So me and the guy got into a scuffle over argument, me kicking his brother out of the music group. I punched the guy. He hit his head on the step or whatever. He said I hit him with a gun. You know what I'm saying? So they locked me up they charged me for what he said or whatever. It got non-processed. There was no evidence. He never made a statement in court. So long story short, they let me out. But during my time there, you know what I'm saying? So when classifications come get me, they're like, yo, lift roll your sleeves up, this, that, and the third. They're like, what all those tattoos mean? Are you from a gang? Blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, I already know how this go. I got cousins that's been to jail, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, yeah, I'm from this gang, blah, 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 woo, woo. So they sent me to the north side of the prison, to the maximum side, because I'm a violent offender, you know, so I'm a gang member, and this, that, and the third. So when I get up there, I'm up there with guys that's not from Louisa, from Orange, from nowhere. Because come to find out, Central Virginia Regional Jail is a federal holding. So on the north side, so the north side and the maximum side of the prison, where all the guys is from everywhere else in the country, that's killers and lifers and stuff like that, I'm in there with a charge that I can go home. You feel me? But I'm around guys that know they're not going home. They're just being moved from prison to prison.
Another situation of environmental influence that could really, unfortunately, you weren't in there long, but imagine if somebody was in there a long time that, like,
so I'm going to tell you. So, look, so I go in there and I'm green, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the streets, but I'm kind of green in jail. So I meet a guy, this and the third, and I see another guy that, you know what I'm saying, that I know a guy or whatever. So they like, yo, you know what I'm saying, what you in here for? I tell them what I'm in there for. And then there's other guy, he on the bottom bunk, you know what I'm saying? He got like a 20-something year sentence. And then the person get mad because he like, B word, you going home type, you know what I'm saying? And the B word is what you don't play, this, that, and the third. But where I messed up at is discussing my business out loud, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The scuffle that ended up happening wouldn't happen or whatever. So once he said that, we end up getting to fighting and this, that, and the third. And they send me to segregate unit. to the hole. People
Yeah.
called it or whatever. And they sent him to the hole. We're in an 8-block cell, eight cells in this block. They're all lined up, stacked side by side. One little hallway with a guard to walk to each cell, whatever. And it's inside a block, and you got loose steel doors. So once they put me in the hole, again, I haven't got a mat yet. Mind you, you know what I'm saying? This is classifications Tuesday. Wednesday, I get to fighting. I'm in the hole Wednesday night. So from Wednesday night till, I don't know, I was in there for 7 days, 8 days, something like that. From that time or whatever, there's every night, all day. God, let me out. Because we're in a block. It's not a block. So they were trying to bang to get the attention of the guard. You know what I'm saying? This and the third, they yelling, whoop, whoop. So what I'm saying is, like, to say all that, to my mind, like the trauma, they never cut the lights out. I haven't had a blanket or a mat yet. I haven't been warm yet to this point. You know what I'm saying? I still only got on a jumper, some boxers, and a pair of tennis shoes, no socks. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm bruised.
Sleep deprivation.
Yeah, sleep deprivation. I'm bruised up for fighting in a concrete cell just now.
That's very impactful on the brain.
We both got beat up by the COs to separate us and to drag us to this block. You know what I'm saying? I got thrown in this, this place or whatever. Woo, woo. So yeah, man, it was like my 27 days of being locked up was hell, bro. Cool, man, whatever. But long story short, I told myself, and I told God, bro, I'm never coming back here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I won't give you a reason to send me back here unless somebody's trying to harm my family. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to take my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, self-defense.
Self-defense. That's the only reason. You know what I'm saying? And I won't even deadly really self-defense myself. The only reason I'm gonna try to aim to hurt somebody and put them down, they're trying to hurt my family. You know what I'm saying? With me, I'm gonna fight it out with you.
Yeah.
If you got a gun or not. I've known to do that too many times now. But anyway, jail, just turned on the switch because you got to be an animal in there. You know what I'm saying? Every time, when they let me out of that joint and I went to a different, I got kited to Southside, to J Block. I'm in there walking around with sharpened up toothbrushes and stuff, bro, because everybody's just fighting, bro. As soon as you say the wrong thing, people are fighting, bro. People are falling off bunks because they have dope. People are snuck in there through their shoes and all kind of stuff, bro. So it was traumatizing. I watched a guy die. When I got the J Block my second day, I'm sitting on my rack. I'm on bunk 39. I'm sitting on the bottom. And I'm sitting there, and my cousin Dolo, he in there, so he talking to me. I'm on Southside now, and this is where the normal people from Louisa be on that part of the jail or whatever. General population.
Yeah.
So my cousin, he talking to me, this, that, and the third. He laughing, telling me about something that happened in the streets. And next thing you know, he hears, pop! Look, I see the blood rolling, bro. But dude nodded off. He on the top bunk. And he fell off and hit his head on the floor. And they, shut the block down, shook the block down, put us on lockdown. And they eventually found the dope on homeboy, and he got sent to SHU, and I don't know what kind of charges he caught or how long time he got or whatever. But yeah, that's how it was and everything.
He probably got a murder charge.
Yeah. And now I don't think owners let you wear your shoes in there no more because of that. You know what I'm saying?
Probably got to wear slides or something.
Yeah, because Charlottesville, they give you these little croc slides and all shit like that. But yeah. But yeah, they shouldn't have been doing that anyway because people weren't doing them but packing their shoes. They knew weekenders, you know what I'm saying? You know how people catch a charge.
Yeah.
But yeah. So every weekend they sneaking shit in there like dumbasses. But yeah, somebody died behind that, bro. That was sad. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there talking, not thinking, you know what I'm saying? I just got to fight and went to the hole. I won't expect to see nobody fall off their bunk and crack their skull over from it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I still dream about that shit.
I bet that is traumatic, dude.
I still dream about it, bro.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, dude. Well, I hear that it's easier to get drugs inside jail than it is outside of jail.
It does, man. Half the CEOs I seen, I went to school with some of the females. I ain't gonna say their name.
Yeah.
Whether they work there or not. I done seen them buy drugs at my grandma's yard, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's
crazy, dude.
The K1.
So that's how it usually gets in there, probably from the CO or something.
Mm-hmm. Because on them jails, bro, there's no fences. Everything's enclosed. So the CO gotta walk in there, bro. It ain't like a drone can come drop it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can tunnel it. It ain't like somebody can melt it. The CO gotta walk in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's I don't know how they be building a relationship, bro, but whoever got the power to convince them to do that out there, You know what I'm saying? But I guess they make a lot of money off it, man. Like,
Manipulation, bro.
uh,
So somebody could be threatening them and say that,
you
I
know,
know
yeah,
your
my cousin,
family
yeah, my cousin Coda, man. The last they kicked my grandma door last year, bro. Um, um, I forgot where he might be in Ottawa or somewhere down there, like one of the low level work camps, like the police.
somebody in there that like was in there, for whatever reason, but they were attempting to make everyone aware of like the whole mental how it's basically set up to fuck everybody and keep everybody on shit. Like, did you see anybody trying to be an influence in that way to like
To bring
bring everybody
awareness.
together?
Hell nah, man. Like people knew the system like it's built like that, yo. Like you can't walk barefooted in there, bro. Like the floor is so infested like with like so much like bacteria and like disease and like I don't know, man. Like it just nobody like ever stood up and was like, yo, we gonna bump the system trying to kill us. Like people fought over the TV, bro. That's how bad the system was. Yo. One television in a pod. So when I was in Southside, it's 40 some of us. And our block, it was like 80 to 100 people. They call that joint the jungle. You know what I'm saying? But it's one TV. One TV. That one TV.
And they know that that's going to cause.
That's the system.
know.
They'll bring one cooler of ice. It's one toilet. It's 44 people, bro. It's one toilet. When I was in Max, when I was in two-tier, bro, when I was walking the second tier, bro, I was, you know what I'm saying, up top on the left, you know what I'm saying, for that little day, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't taking no shower in there because I got to fighting that night. Long story short, when you look over that tier, you look straight down into the shower pod, bro. They right there in the middle of the day room. You know what I'm saying? You can see two grown men, asshole naked, washing themselves, bro. And that's crazy, bro. Like, so the system is like that, man. It's like everybody knows. So like instead of like, we came together on a different way. Like, instead of like paying the system, we use the system to pay each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, we took their cards and turned it into currency. You know what I'm saying? We took the little things they gave us and turned that joint into ways of making trades and keeping entertainment going and shit like that. So, but like sticking together is like how we try to bump the system. Like everything that happened in the block stays in the block. Like, you know, but every morning you wake up, the whole window full of yellow kites, people tell. But at the end of the day, it was supposed to just stay like, you know what I'm saying? But as far as somebody standing up and being like, yo, they poisoning us, which we knew they was, because like when I got in the South Side, right? That's I mind you, when I came in jail, it was booking. I got a meal. They gave me some juice. You know what I'm saying? But when I got the South Side, you know what I'm saying, from being in the whole North Side, being in the bookings, my cousin was like, yo, don't drink that juice, yo. I was like, what's wrong with the juice? He's like, bro, the juice is meant to like make you like, you know what I'm saying? And then I noticed like a couple guys that did drink the juice, like they wouldn't get off their bunk. They didn't interact with people. They barely like wash themselves.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They barely got their tray. They only really wanted the tray because breakfast didn't come with the juice. You know what I'm saying? Like lunch and dinner and shit. Like that's the only trays they wanted. You know what
They're
I'm saying?
addicted to the juice.
Yeah, like the juice. Like they like medicine time. Like they'll give you these pills and shit. Like he's like, yo, don't take that shit. Like you know what I'm saying? So like I watched the jails like drug people up, but nobody ever stood up and was like, yo, you know, people just looked out for each other. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know, you didn't know. If nobody cared about you, you know, say they wouldn't let you know, you know, type deal. And it was raw like that. So yeah, it should have been the guy.
It's unfortunate, man, that somebody like, I wonder if somebody was to just be like a loner in there and completely like go at it a completely different way rather than, you know, assimilating to what, the environment is and try to make everybody aware that like, look, man, this is place is meant to keep us in here. If you really want freedom, dude, you need to rehabilitate yourselves and like try to be like therapeutic each other.
Yeah, that's why, because the jail puts you in a lot of situations because they do want you to stay there, especially
Yeah, it's
like
money.
CVRJ. Yeah, it's a privately owned jail. All the judges on that joint, man. So
Yeah, it's money.
there's money for you. That's why you get in the max. Like my first judge, bro. You know what I'm saying? He gave me the mandatory minimum, bro. He hit me with that joint. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many people that's locked up under that stipulation of the law because, like, once you get hit with that, you got to do the time that they get. There ain't no parole, there ain't no getting early time, there ain't no nothing you doing there. Day to day. And the people that's like, they say really it's like 3 or 4 people that should deserve that rape kids or kill families or stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of the percentage of people that just got caught with weed or, you know what I'm saying, might have gotten a scuffle or might have got to argue with a girl that's locked up behind that shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it's a crazy ass high percentage of the people that shouldn't be and a small percentage that should. And he said he's not going to let go of that law because if he writes it out, he's going to let go of that 3% of people that shouldn't be released.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you got all these people that should be released that stuck because of these 3 people that should be. So,
yeah, it's the.
and I would have been one of them. I would have been doing 30 years.
It's the concept of, and that's like a military thing. Like if one person fucks up, you all fuck up.
Right.
That's kind of like that same analogy there.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate though.
But
I
it's
mean,
just,
that's people's lives.
Yeah, it's just such a wide range. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like drug dealing. Like me, I had a violent charge, so I understand, bro. But I'm talking about like the people that is fucking, drug dealing or Ford or I don't know, man. Anything less than like anything that's non-violent, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't like get stuck with that mandatory minimum.
Yeah, dude.
You know what
No,
I'm saying? That's
no,
all I'm
not
saying.
at all.
Yeah,
Like it shouldn't even be brought up.
yeah. But I was definitely gonna get stuck with that if you know what I'm saying. But I'm glad I didn't. Like I said,
was it like a first time offense thing?
Nah, it's the last time ever you gonna do an offense thing. Like it's I felt like somewhere along the line as we talk more, like you'll see why I was being watched through my street career, and people were saying things about me that I didn't want to be said. You know what I'm saying? As far as being a leader of things, and you know what I'm saying, this much of yeah.
Well, it's good that you've turned your life around then, dude.
Yeah, man. I told you.
I mean, it sounds like that experience essentially had the effect on you that is seemingly probably rare. Like it traumatized you into not wanting to.
Man, I started doing drugs like crazy, bro, because like I'm not like what they trying to paint me to be, bro. And I'm like, yo, if they run down on me, bro, I'm gonna be infested with drugs and I ain't gonna have all this money they think I got and this, that, and the third. And they gonna look stupid, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that was my stupid way of thinking in the beginning. And then eventually I just got hooked and I just like chill, bro. Like, when I came out of jail, I wanted to turn back up. Like I wanted to really embark on what they were blaming me for. How about that?
Yeah.
Like, you say I run the streets, I'm really gonna take the streets. You know what I'm saying? You say I did this, that, whatever.
I think there's some psychology behind that.
Yeah, but I went the other way. It was fight or flight.
Yeah.
And I flood. You know what I'm saying? I moved, you know what I'm saying? Like I got free. I got nervous because I felt like everybody was like trying to set me up. And I felt like, if they saying this shit about me, it gotta be somebody that's around me.
For sure.
You feel me? Like,
sure.
You know what I'm saying? And like, if they like this, that, and the third, and like, cause I wouldn't got Charles Bowman as a lawyer. And like, he's like, yo, this shit got anything to do with drugs. I'm not representing you. And like, he was an ex-prosecutor, like good lawyer. Thank to this day for, everything he done for me. Wish I had my love. He's on $1,000 back. But anyway, that's just me being me. But at the end of the day, man, I don't care, man. God gave me money dollar for dollar to get myself out of that situation. But at the same time, he was like, yo, bro, they come to get you. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing he told me, like, get a job, get the fuck on, because they come to get you. He was like, they really want you. I was like, he's like, you gotta ask them. You know what I'm saying? So and I, like, started getting high, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I was like, these motherfuckers come get me.
Paranoid.
Yeah, paranoid, bro.
Yeah.
Like, these motherfuckers gonna come get me.
Did the drugs make you even more paranoid?
What? Man, bro. Oh, my God. Pull the blinds off and shit, man. Like, That shit.
Damn, dude.
And then I get it, like, you know, me, like, I was like, just like copping that shit, like, at a quantity, like, type shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like I watch people like Jones out like 50s and 20s,
Yeah.
arguing and fighting and shit, and I'm over here like 8 balls a quarter, just like acting like this shit's weed and shit. And it was just bad for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, 100%.
like it was bad for me, but it didn't. What surprised me about it, yo, like I've never done no crackhead shit, I can say. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, like I didn't play junkie games with people because I know the streets. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mess people out of money because you down for fun drug addict anyway, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Long story short. But at the same time, I never like broke nobody's shit, stole nobody's shit, stole from my girl, sold none of my shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For drugs, this, that, and the third. Never sold none of my jewelry, never fucking like took none of my bill money, you know what I'm saying? Went broke down, no gas, like type of shit. So it's just like I always had a handle on it. And I never did drugs every day. Like that's one thing I can say. I don't went on binges now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, me and my, when I was in
I
addiction, I was every day.
Yeah, but see, I didn't had a binge where if I had enough drugs, I'm up from Monday to whenever these drugs run out. But after those drugs run out, I'm not going crazy to keep finding more drugs to keep on that binge.
Right.
I might chill for like a week or two, bro. You know what I'm saying? Then I run into some bread, I do my thing, I pay what I gotta pay, and then I have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like drug use, and like this rounds back, yo. This rounds back to the start of my drug use. I was 16, you know what I'm saying, when I first did cocaine. I was a young hustler, yo. Hey, you know that. I was in sixth grade selling firecrackers, bro. So,
dude, I didn't know you were selling them. I just knew you set them off.
Nah, they set them off. I sold it too.
Oh.
So when they got caught, they came and told on me for selling it to them.
Oh,
yeah, I never,
okay.
I sold them the ammunition. They dumb enough to go blow up the tile in the bathroom. I had nothing to do. I was a class somewhere else.
Oh, man.
Yeah, when they pulled me out, you know what I'm saying, to be like, hey, you got firecrackers? I was like, what are you talking about? My mom had to come and basically like punch the hell out of me type shit to like make me like, and I still didn't tell them myself, bro. I just started crying for her beating the hell out of me. And, like, they just spent 10 days and they just gave me the time. And I came back mad and did it to me. Like, so I was just lashing out. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So I was a young hustler, you know what I'm saying? But I learned that from my older cousins, you know what I'm saying? So I had a cousin living in Waldorf, Maryland, and he was getting like mad fireworks every 4th of July. He would come give them shit to me over the summer. So when I went to 6th grade, I had mad black cats and quarter sticks and all that shit. And I'm selling them shit, trying to get snacks up snack machine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Type shit, you know what I'm saying? And
well, I recall a bunch of people bringing like candy to school and selling candy and stuff.
No, I was selling everything. I was selling bombs. Who the fuck does that, bro? But I was selling anything I had my whistle name on. My grandma was a candy lady when we was young, though, yo. She used to sell candy out her shed and shit. But but anyway, 15, yo, when my grandfather died, right? So when the tax time did come back around, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have tax money from my grandfather because he was dead. And that's not important, people, at all. I'm just trying to explain part of the story. But so my mom came around, got her shit. She finally came around and she was like, yo, look, I got $300. I can take you, go get something to eat, buy you some clothes. I can trust you to give you this money and you do what you gotta do. So I went to Army and Navy. This is when I became true friends with my neighbor at the time. Before that, we was always like fighting and, you know what I'm saying, like back and forth and shit. But anyway, we became cool, so I started catching a ride with him and his mom to Spotsylvania Mall, go to JCPenney's and shit like that. And Army and Navy store, A&N, was on Route 3 at the time before you get to the mall. And I stopped there and I got me a Army fatigue jacket that I still got to this day. And I got me the black version of it, which I still got to this day. And a pair of single-sole Timberlands and a pair of Air Force Ones, the black joints. Air Force was $65 back then, and the Timberlands was $65. The jacket was $25. I think I got both of them for like $45, to be honest. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what, $130. So I spent $200. So I had down to $100. So I took the last little money I had, whether it was $90 or $100, and I went to my cousin and I got as much weed as I could. And when I went back to school, I started selling weed, bro. You know what I'm saying? There was rich kids on the lake that was sneaking off. You want to smoke weed, doing, we
Yeah.
had Coach Hines. Coach Hines want to walk behind.
Yeah.
Coach Hines, I ain't going to expose him, but Coach Hines want to walk behind and not pay attention. So we used to be down on side the hill, lay like some Marines or something. And I would sell pinches of weed, bro. Like, like pinches, like not even a bowl pack for $35, man. So, like the High Dukes and like, you know what I'm saying, the Davises and all of these pristine kids or whatever, you know what I'm saying. So I came up and then I was doing music at the same time. That's how I went to a Radio Shack that was beside Cinema Lane, right there with Food Line at. And I bought me a mic. I bought me a mic stand. I bought the pop filter. I bought the program, Cool Edit Pro, which was made by Centrillium or whatever the company was back then before Adobe got it. And I set up a studio, you know what I'm saying? And my cousin had his own studio that he came from Charlottesville with. I just mimicked this joint, you know what I'm saying? Got me a computer and shit. And I made music. Me and my cousins, we went to the school and I hustled my CD. I bought 200 CDs on a spindle, no wrapping, no case. You know, back in the day, you buy blanks and shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Dubbed all the CDs from the mixtape. What's the name? I sold them $5 a copy. Louisa County High School. Got all 200 CDs off. You know what I'm saying? And made some bread, bro. You know what I'm saying? Made some good bread. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, dude. So you had like an entrepreneurial mindset, at a young age.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I started hustling. So, but look though. So this moves up. Things are getting shaken. Like it's been almost a year now. I'm 16. Like it's been a year since my grandfather gone. So the house is like, I don't know, man. Like fucking like one of them fucking frat houses. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like not crazy like junky or whatever, but a nice clean house. My grandma ain't no noise making around her, but we outside like just get it on, bro. Like that shit was like free for all. So my uncle, God rest his soul, was living at the time. He was staying with us, and he was working for this guy that lived on the side road right here from my grandma's driveway. And he bought this land back here. Come to find out, he was a drug dealer with them. And my uncle knew where all his drugs was at. So my older cousin, told that dude to go do that. My uncle did that. And then my other cousin came in the house and was like, yo, you know what this is? I'm like, hell no, what's that? But prior, I used to get these like ingrown hairs and shit. And I used to go to Louisa Medical Associates back in the day. But one ingrown hair, I get 50 Viking. I was saying Wendy Westfield popped that joint.
Are you serious?
Yeah, prescribing 50 Viking, 25, 512 perks. You know what I'm saying? I used to give them to my cousin Coda. Same dude asked me, do you know what this is? So Coda used to crush them down. You know what I'm saying? We used to sniff a pill every now and then back in the day. Like this, I'm 15 and a half. This is before 16. You know what I'm saying? This is after Grandpa died, but before he actually with cocaine. So he like, yo, you know what this is? I'm like, nah, what is some pills or something? He's like, nah, this coke, this that shit. He said, remember that movie Scarface we watched? She's like, this that shit. He was like, Soup, you got $20 on you? I was like, yeah. He had $1 bill. So you couldn't even fold that bit. He said, bro, you give me $20. He said, I give you this whole dollar. So I gave him $20 and I started, you know what I'm saying, selling coke, bro, doing coke. My next door neighbor, my best friend, got him hooked on the shit, you know what I'm saying, which I fucked up doing that. You know what I'm saying? I regret that to this day. Cause, you know what I'm saying, my nigga Juice ain't do no drugs. You know what I'm saying? He ain't fucking around. I used to try to get him to smoke weed. He's like, nah, I'm good. He'll smoke a cigarette, but he's like, nah, I'm good. That shit made me paranoid. But when I gave him that bop, that's what we used to call it. I gave him that shit, man. And that shit like turned him up. So that was my riding boy. He had a nice ass Honda. We just go everywhere, man. But anyway, so like I just started selling drugs real young, bro. And like fucking with that coke. And I got around like 17 and a half. And then one of my other cousins, I ain't gonna say his name, he pulled a woman one time. We used to go do little dumb shit, breaking people's houses, steal their jewelry, go to lemon jury, get somebody, you know what I'm saying? I used to pay somebody, go use their ID, whatever, fuck, whatever. And I'll go to this another guy, I ain't gonna say his name, and get shit real cheap too. So my cousin pulled up one day, he's like, yo, smoke the dirty. I'm like, the fuck is the dirty, man?
Oh no.
I done always heard around the way people call themselves dirties, you crazy, whoop, whoop. And I'm like, the fuck is the dirty? But my same cousin that introduced me to the coke, my cousin Coda, he like, man, Soup, don't ever smoke that shit. He said, once you smoke that shit, bro, you ain't gonna never let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So And my other cousin, like I said, I ain't gonna say his name. He was like, man, nah, that's just bullshit, man. He was like, man, let's roll this little one, woo, woo, woo. But I never did it, mind you. So 18, like, and me fucking with the coke from 16 to actually start smoking at 27, it was like on and off. I was more about the selling. I shit bop a few joints. You know what I'm saying? You know how
Yeah.
we used to be, bop a few joints. Like even whenever I never, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
like so we would buy a few joints and I'd rather try to get my money off or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That joint just helped me drink, helped me talk all night, helped me stay up, helped me stay alert. You know what I'm saying? But so like through meeting Tierra and having the kids, when I didn't have money and shit, I never went and just try to buy a bag to get high. Like none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? When it came to coke or whatever.
Well, that's good, dude.
Yeah, like
I
with
mean,
coke, I never. Yeah, that shit always just fell in my lap. Like somebody
yeah.
always just knew I could hustle it off, so they'll front me a lot of it. That's how all that shit always happened. Now with the crack with the hard, so when I finally got released, you know what I'm saying? I'm on like this pre-trial shit, so I gotta piss every week, piss every week, piss every week. And my dumb ass, when I get out, I'm like, man, I'm gonna party, man. I said this might be the last time, cause even though I'm free out on bond on bail and shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if this will be my last time being free. So I got out, I got hammered. First day, got hammered. Man, I go to piss for these people on Monday like a dumbass. Man, double stream come out there.
Damn.
He's like, so I can see you having weed. He pushed the test face. I can see you having weed in your system. You've been locked up for 27 days. But the cocaine, I was just like, man, I don't know, man. I said, it could have been some gig. I made him some kind of stupid ass story trying to just talk my way out of it. And he was like, look, next week you come back, you put cocaine again, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna violate you, whatever. So I never did. But long story short, when the shit got non-processed, he didn't make a statement. They let me go off the pretrial and everything, was clear. I went back to the same guy that, the first night I got hammered when I got out. I was just like, bro, I'm gonna spend 200 with you, yo. I said, I'm gonna get fucked up tonight. I said, cook up half of that shit, yo. I said, I might know somebody. I was lying. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I just wanted to try it. I don't know why, bro. And now I do know why, but then I didn't know why. For some odd reason, like, my mom had me when she was 29 and she was turning 30. So I was like 28, turning 29. I was like, yo, this shit made her leave me. I said, I want to see if my mind is weak as her mind. You know what I'm saying?
I said what it did, like why it made her leave.
I said because everybody else done left. You know what I'm saying? I said, just gone. I said, everybody gone, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker ain't hollering at me. You know what I'm saying? I want to pay none of the fronts, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even worried about that shit, but motherfuckers just ain't keeping it 100 like I thought they would.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's scattered. Like, people wanted to see me locked up during that time, bro. And they fuck with me bad, like real bad. Like, I wanted to hurt people, bro. I wanted to do a whole lot of just dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like they just
betrayed.
Yeah, I felt like so betrayed, bro. So, he like I said, did what I asked him to do. And we all like, you know what I'm saying, like this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? That was our last time like truly kicking it. And then when I got home, you know what I'm saying, I'm still living with like Tierra and my mom, I'm fresh out. And I had that shit, bro, through the fuck up. And like the clearance, like on my brain, bro. Like when I hit that shit, everything just left.
Yeah.
Like everything left, bro. And I was like, yo, this is it. I said, if this shit made me not think about none of this shit, which I always do 100% of the time, bro. Like if I ain't smoking weed, if I wake up in the morning, bro, like last night when I went to sleep, you know what I'm saying? I took a melatonin, smoked me a blunt. Bro, I spent like at least 45 minutes just thinking about the same shit I'm talking about now.
Ruminating.
Yeah, like
I had the same problem.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
sucks.
Yeah, and I'm tired of thinking about it, bro, because there ain't nothing I can do about it. But for some odd reason, I can't find a release button to let it go. Like, I want to let it go. I tell myself to let it go.
Have you forgave?
I don't think so, yo.
That might be why.
I don't think so, but I don't know how to forgive nobody.
I'm struggling with it too.
Like, I don't know how to forgive somebody. I've never forgave nobody for nothing. Like, in a way, I don't know that you should, I guess.
You gotta forgive yourself too. And others.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's hard. Because I'm struggling with the same thing. It's only with one individual though that I'm having a problem with letting go.
And with me, it's multiple, bro. Like Man, I almost shot my mama one time, bro, because I wanted to like, cause I so this go back to what I'm saying. So I get high, throw up, head clearance, and like a couple years go by, what I'm saying, this, that, and the third. But like, I had this conversation with my mom, like, yo, like, why the fuck you ain't raised me, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get high, bro. I done serve you, you know what I'm saying? Well, we done got high together. But like, why you want to raise your grandchildren, bro? Like, that's at the age, you know what I'm saying? Not too far around the age you left me, but still around the age. Like, why you want to like be like, oh, like I understand now, but then like I was like, why you like think you can be older now and take care of somebody that you see me taking care of, bring me joy and light, and now you want to steal that limelight, but you
Guilty.
couldn't. Yeah, you couldn't take care of me.
She's trying to make up for it.
Yeah, but she couldn't explain it, bro. Like I down there almost like draw down on my mama, bro, because I was that hurt, you know, what I'm saying, crying and shit, and like that shit, like that shit just made me keep going, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Like to get past the moments, I just light up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I never like, I don't know, man.
That goes back to what we were saying earlier about suppressing.
Yeah.
It plays a huge part of suppressing because, like, when I first did drugs, that's basically what I think played a part in getting me hooked. Was it took all my anxiety away. It took everything away. Like
That's,
I
yeah,
couldn't, I didn't feel.
be right.
And I've always felt very strongly. Like I'm a very empathetic person. I feel emotions like tenfold. I feel other people's emotions on top of mine. It's weird and hard to explain, but it intensifies, and then I can't tell whose feelings I'm feeling, and it overwhelms me, dude. And now in recovery, I noticed that all of that stuff has come back that I was suppressing, and so that's where over the last 2.5 years in recovery, I've had to sit in meditation and reflect and go back and literally immerse myself into those times and sit with myself as I am now with the old me and tell myself that it's going to be okay. You're going to get through this. You're stronger than you think. You don't deserve to be around. You don't need to be around all of this bad influence, and you'll make it out of this. And so that's what I've had to do. And I've had to forgive a lot of people, which I told myself. So I had a cousin who died like 2 years ago, and he had did some really fucked up shit to me. Like I was messed up one night to the point that I couldn't hold my eyes open, and he dragged me down the steps here
Damn.
and like walked me down the steps because I couldn't even walk.
Oh, okay.
And
I was about to
because he
say,
told me that
dang.
my mom was outside to talk with me. And I'm like, huh? That doesn't make sense. Like, because he claimed he went and talked to my mom, and I don't know, it just wasn't making sense, dude. But he like was pulling me out of the chair, trying to get me to walked me down the steps, took me outside, and I started looking around for my mom. And next thing you know, I turned back around, wow!
Oh shit.
And this dude's like 6'3",
What the
he's a big
fuck?
boy, and just like blindsided me, like punched the shit out of me twice.
For nothing?
And yeah, dude, yeah, I think he was
Man,
on
that's
something because like it was, I could tell that he was different. And like I let him
uh,
shower here and shit because he said he hadn't showered in days. Like
what the
I could tell something was off. And he was very short fused, and he brought me outside and basically just beat me, but he knocked me on the ground, and, like, I didn't know what was going on, dude. Like, I thought it was multiple people out there beating
what?
the shit out of me,
Uh,
and I fucking got up and just took off running. I tripped and fell and
uh,
took off running again,
uh,
and I just got as far away as possible in the dark, and I just dropped to the ground and laid down.
uh,
And to this day, I don't know why he did that. Obviously, he's passed away now, but
uh,
I never forgave him, and I held a grudge against him, and it destroyed me when he passed because they say grudges kill, man, like kill the person who's holding it,
yeah.
and that was a huge eye opener for me, man, and I had to like I forgave him,
Yeah.
like right then and there, I was like, dude, and it's been hard for me to forgive myself though, because for not forgiving him while he was alive.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because I believe that he overdosed, um,
Or
on pain pills after like having surgery and shit.
yeah, like yeah, man, like I
And it sucks that it took something like that to happen for me to forgive him.
and that's my problem, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that, like, am I like that, like, bro, like, cause like that's why I stay in the house. Is like I don't want to run into people that I got so many questions for, bro. Because like me, it's like I ain't got a handle on myself all the way yet. Where it's like once somebody get the stammer and I know they lying and they can't man up and just be honest with me, bro. And it wouldn't even be an issue, man. Like I'm sorry that I'm looking for. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like people hate that, but that's real with certain people. Like I truly need I'm sorry from certain people, bro,
Yeah.
because they wrong, and I'll never forgive them until I get that. And then me, like,
Or self accountability,
yeah, like, but I don't like I got this part of me, man, like the mania, like that's why I stopped, you know what I'm saying, getting high because like it's like a demon core in me too, bro. Like I'm godly too, but like you have remorse when the guy died. Me, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I find that's when I do find peace in it. I don't forgive you, but I feel a whole lot better that you did, bro. And it's sad and I don't want to feel like that about people. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be that at all, and I really used to be that. Like especially like few years back, like I wouldn't care like if the whole car crashed, bro. Like you know what I'm saying, and it's like it's sad. I don't want to be like that because something's wrong with me.
so
You feel me?
yeah,
Like
no,
you see what I'm saying?
yeah, I got you. So did the people that you
Because
hold the grudges against, did they do you wrong while they were using drugs?
that, yeah,
Okay, so this might be able to help you. So you got to look at it from the perspective of they aren't who they aren't themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like they, they might be a little bit, but the drugs, dude, when somebody's on drugs for a long period of time, it completely changes how you think. I know it did me.
and that's what I'm saying about me too.
And so,
It completely. That's why, I
yeah,
feel like they're not wrong anymore. You see what I'm saying? I was wrong for like going to that extreme of thinking how wrong it was, bro. Because
yeah,
I was using drugs too, not when they wronged me, but after the mindset thinking about how they wronged me. You know
yeah.
what
It
I'm
was
saying?
the drugs that
Yeah.
played a part into
And
them
some of the
doing you
times,
wrong, probably.
to be honest, like some of the people that I'm kind of lighthearted on, I done ran across people that seen me when I was using, and like I might have been a little scraggly that day or this, that, and the third. And the things people would say about me too, like they don't think I know. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
what hurts me a lot too. You know what I'm saying? Because like they don't like appreciate the person I was to them. And
yeah,
when I seen them more times of the way that they're trying to or want to see me, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, 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 that's just how it is, bro. Like, that's everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, I have a problem with people lying too, dude. Like,
Uh,
I don't want nothing to do with somebody who lies. I don't.
or
Want,
somebody that still just naturally holds a grudge or a hate on you anyway.
yeah,
You know, that's the people that I like. That's like that's the people I really want to get a clarification and like an understanding with. Like, what is it about me that make you not like me, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like to the point where like when you see me like this, it's oh what up? But if you see me with a hole in my shirt or maybe a loose collar or just no jewelry on or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Then you going around, oh he smoking, he doing this, he woo woo, or he and all that, and I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I've seen you like that, I'm always and I've never, you know what I'm saying? And you're the one asking me, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Do this for me. Hey, bro, can you sell me this? Hey, bro, this, all that shit. You know
it
what I'm saying?
sounds like that if they see you with jewelry on, then
But
they,
that like not even that. It's the same as the guy trying to catch you off guard to me. You know what I'm saying? It's not as physical with me, but I'm that same
yeah,
person that I felt like had to run off and you know what I'm saying? And like I can't get my get back because like the only way, like once you get those whispers, like in the circles that I feel like I used to care about, I don't care about anymore. But it's like, oh, you just putting that shit on now. I'm trying not to look like you get high. you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, type shit, you know what I'm saying?
But
Or
they're probably under the assumption that your jewelry to them
yeah.
is a statement of, oh, he's probably got money,
Or
and that they're probably like have an ulterior motive.
yeah, or it's fake, or he took this shit from somebody, or
Yeah,
he had to
that,
do this, he
or
had to
he's
do that, this,
doing drugs
that.
again or something like that.
But when they go back through my whole history, every picture you see me, I've always been wearing jerseys since I was a kid, man.
Yeah,
Every video I've made, every
yeah,
time
it's just a part of
I
you.
drove, yeah, it's been a part of me since that's how I
Yeah,
always been. But you know what I'm saying? These small implications of things is what I'm saying. Like, I can't compare it to your actual physical assault. You know what I'm saying? It's not that intensified, but to me, it be that intensified because, like, if I wanted to go back and feel like the same statement, like, now I know that the room was whispering regardless. Like,
hmm,
that was hate. Like, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, I don't want like the automatic assumption. Like, if I go say what's up to Sally or say what's up to Bob, in the back of his mind, like, oh, bro, I didn't know you was, you know what I'm saying, getting high like that, or whoop, or done took something for the whoop, all this shit, you know what I'm saying? So,
what does
like,
that mean, bro?
what?
Woo woo.
Just not explaining the whole story of it.
Oh,
Like, I didn't
okay.
know you went and robbed such and got this and fucked over homeboy and
Yeah, I
you
got
know what I'm
you.
saying?
Yeah,
Like, so
yeah,
yeah, instead of saying all that, we just say, "Ooh,"
yeah,
you know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
you.
Yeah. So like I ain't know you was this that, but it's in the back of their heads because the
Yeah,
stories they done heard from such and such that seen me at the
yep,
store buying a pack of swishers. You know what I'm saying?
yep.
like he didn't even say what's up or
Yeah,
nothing.
people make
Yeah,
assumptions
yeah.
bad, dude,
But
and
and
I
it
don't
could.
like that either.
But my shorty, you know, so my wife told me she was like, bro, you could, you know what I'm saying? Like you, like, cause you got a clear mind now, like. You know what I'm saying? You could not be wanting to run into things that you know you gonna throw down for it. You don't want to get yourself into trouble anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
But I'm trying to get a point, but not to cut you off. I'm trying to get a point that I ain't even got the galls to even want to fight or, you know what I'm saying, shoot it or do any kind of shit anymore over this shit because it's not important to me.
it's not
Well,
worth it
yeah,
either, dude.
yeah,
Honestly,
whatever you
because
thought
like
about me or whatever the fuck.
you're the
Yeah,
anger that it builds up from those individuals who've done you wrong. Dude, I realize that anger, because I'm bipolar too, but I tend to get more of the emotional, like, hurt
yeah,
from it,
the man, so yeah,
but I still get, like,
that
angry.
man,
I don't
yeah,
wanna
yeah,
hurt anybody else, but, like, I'll get, like, to where, like, I'm, like, breaking shit in my house.
uh,
It's my stuff, but,
right.
like, I'm not
Yeah, and I
threatening
want,
towards anybody,
yeah, I want to break somebody and poof, poof.
but,
But that's not me no more, man. Because I
it,
don't want to get in trouble, yo.
it wastes so much energy, bro. Anger wastes so much energy. Like, it'll have you ever noticed when if you get angry after the episode is over, you're exhausted?
Yeah,
It's because you're wasting all of your positive energy that you have, and it drains you.
like
Um,
you almost instant sleep, like
yeah, yeah, and so I realized that, and I'm like, man, it's just not worth it anymore. And here's the thing to look at because we only have about 10 minutes left, but the people that did you wrong, mind you, they were on drugs, so that changed their mind, but maybe this will help you forgive as well and look at it as it was a lesson of what to look out for in people, that, anybody you come across later in life, in the present time, in recovery of, you know, signs that, this person might be on drugs, and it's a symbol of what you don't need to go back to. It was a lesson of what not to do. And that's how I started looking at failures is just lessons. It's like I've started to look for the positive in everything. And so the positive in that is that you learned a lot about people's character and who they are under the influence of drugs, and it's unfortunate, that and as long as they're on drugs, dude, you probably won't ever get a sorry or anything like that because they aren't there. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that clarity that you get
yeah,
when
the
you're in
emotional
recovery.
value either.
And yeah, because the drugs take all of that away.
Yeah, and I get it,
So
yo. I get it. But yeah, that's why I'm trying to grow and like I said, forgive myself to forgive them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not even like it's serious to me, but it's not really that deep because they didn't harm me. They may have like hoped I would, wish harm or whatever I may think or whatever I may have seen, perceived or whatever, but they didn't harm me, you know what I'm saying? I only harm myself by batting, my own, energy down and
Yeah.
like, going into this hole and like trying to prevent myself from, doing something that I know I won't do anyway. Like at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So, but I end up just like almost destroying myself though, just sitting around, you know what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Indulging in drugs and like, wasting money and wasting time and, coming up with all these great ideas, but never going through with it and all kind of stuff,
I've
bro.
had
You
that
know what I'm saying?
problem.
And like the older times, like, when I stuck my hand up in the room and say, hey, let's do this. And everybody just like, ugh. So like you said, like it wipes all those feelings away when I was getting high. So, like
Yeah.
I was more addicted. That's what made me more, like you said, getting addicted because it's just like I could be numb. I don't have to think about that, have to, dwell on it or have the burden of it. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
now
dude.
it's just like I don't have the burden of it because I was burdening myself with something that's not
Yep.
even worth
Yep.
fucking like burdening myself with. So
Yep.
it's like it's cool. Like
It's good that you've gotten that clarity though, man, because a
yeah.
lot of people don't and
Solitude, man. Sitting with yourself, bro. You
bro,
really like
you know,
map shit
I
out.
preach that all the
Like,
time.
like I may have fucked up by getting high, bro, but a lot of that
That's what's
time,
helped me.
it helped me figure me out. You
It's
know what I'm saying?
solitude.
It's solitude, yo.
But they say that solitude isn't in that sense, yeah, this is why I have to be careful what I say is because I don't wanna encourage anybody who's on drugs or
Oh nah, yeah,
expecting a
no, no,
recovery
no,
to
yeah,
just
don't,
immediately go in. It's something that
yeah,
is
don't sink
very
yourself in the hole getting high thinking that that's the way to
yeah,
go,
because 'cause it'll
bro. That's
lead it
not.
can lead to
It's not.
suicide.
Yeah, because that's like I wish I had one more time. Yo, all right, so pretty much what I'm saying, Josh, is yo. What I did was something stupid but ingenious in a way, and I don't encourage nobody to do it because suicide and all those things I ran across and troubled and struggled with myself. When you're sitting there getting high, yo, and you're tearing your life up, you're tearing your family life up, you're tearing your pockets up, you're tearing your body up, pretty much, yo. You know what I'm saying? You're making yourself look older and all those things, this, that, and the third. The times I struggled with suicide because like I just felt like I wasn't good enough and the only thing I was a druggie. The times that I couldn't afford something, you know what I'm saying, because I spent my money on drugs. The times I bought bad drugs, got shorted on drugs.
Mhm.
The times I fucking shorted people, all those things I made it through and I look back on and I say, yo, what can be different without this experience? Like, what can change my experience? And it was the drugs. Stop doing drugs, yo. Everything you just sat there and tore your life up on and struggled, cried, fought, looked stupid, think people how they look at you is because you're doing drugs.
Yep.
So trying to show yourself self-pity.
Yep.
So don't do that. Like
Victim
self-reflect, yo.
mindset.
Yeah, don't victimize. Yeah, don't turn the bad things in your life into a thing where it's like drugs are going to save you. It's not, yo.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not. Like you're playing with death, yo. Like
Solitude isn't for everybody, bro. Like I
that.
say that often, like, because solitude had just so happened to work out really great for me in recovery because of like you
Yeah.
said, it helps you sit and reflect, but not everyone can do that.
Yeah.
They literally don't know how to sit in silence because of technology and all this other
Yeah.
outside influence that has, caused this. And solitude, dude, I found liberating.
Yeah.
So liberating, bro. It gave me so much clarity. But again,
Like,
it's not for everybody. If you're on drugs or early into recovery, I would just suggest that, for anybody out there, you got to know yourself
yeah, it's
to
different
be able
levels,
to be
yo.
in their solitude because,
It's different
therapy
levels.
can help too.
Yeah.
But
Like it's
solitude ain't for everybody.
I just want to preach it's different levels, man. Like I can't speak for Josh, I can't speak for nobody else. But the reason that I think I could handle such a high, like intense drug like that, yo, and doing so much of it in short periods of time and for long periods of time is because there are traumatic events in my life. I've seen
Hmm.
deaths, you know what I'm saying? I've seen molestations, you know what I'm saying? I've been through that type of shit myself, man. I've been abandoned. I
Yep.
didn't have parents. I had to fight. I've
And
been
it's escape.
abused. Yeah, and it's escape. It's like, you know what I'm saying, seeing the guy fall off the bunk and die, I see this to this day. Like, I don't want to see that stuff when I sleep, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to think about this stuff when I woke. But now I have the mind and the reflection of what is it going to do if I don't face it, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and get by it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So drugs is not going to help me get past those moments in my brain, understanding, accepting, you know what I'm saying, and moving on with.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
please, yo, please put the drugs down, man, and put yourself first, yo.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's absolutely vital that that is done. But dude, this has been a very enlightening episode, bro. I hope people have gained some value in this and take a lot away from it, man, because this is just raw, authentic past experiences that have basically built up to you becoming the individual you are now, the father, the present father and husband, and you got your t-shirt business on the rise, building that up. What's your business called?
T&S Supply, yo.
Okay, so
T&S
T&S
Supply.
Supply.
Yeah, check out tnssupply.com, man.
Okay, so yeah, folks, if you're looking for t-shirts, tnssupply.com. But I appreciate you coming in and sitting down for this, bro.
Man, I appreciate you having me,
Yeah,
man.
man. But until next time, folks, that's going to do it for now. It's Robey with the Manufactured Mind and Sherard.
Hey, man, don't do drugs. Don't sell drugs. Leave them gains alone, man. Pick up them books, yo. Think about your future. Do something with yourselves, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alrighty, folks. Catch you on the next one. So have a wonderful day. Peace out.